All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Antonio Marshals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Gurley again here on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
From the gun, here's Moon. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On second down, here's Moon. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, it's Moon. That's complete right around the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here's big. To throw, Moon. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot. Hot.
To throw on second down, Moon. Being chased out left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Moon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone, 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 gone.
Looking to throw on second down. Moon. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point try now for Succop. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Moon. He sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They're going to look to throw. Flush to it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tech McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon. And guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Play action. It's Moon. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 44 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Green 39. Hot.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add on to their lead. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know,
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And Robinson with a big catch. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the Packers get set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. What a spin. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Packers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Moon. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Javon Hargrave able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Tack McKinley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
To throw from his end zone. Moon, and it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Packers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Set!
to throw from his end zone. Moon. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, here's Moon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Detroit! Detroit!
Let's go, one more.
On 3rd down, Moon steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first down throw, Moon. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back now in San Antonio. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, here's Moon. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Packers on third down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be third and forever.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check back 33. Check back 33. Here we go. Here we go.
Detroit! Detroit!
Right, check 30.
Gun! 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 Hot!
From the gun, Moon. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all.
All right, here we
Way
go.
easier said than
319.
done.
319. Hot! Hot!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moon, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Everyone's got four down.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, But he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Motion, motion! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Moon forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Tech McKinley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down, Moon. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
On 3rd down, Moon. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.